President Donald Trump holds his first meeting with Italy's Prime Minister, his 15th with a foreign leader since taking office. The Italian Premier promises his country will continue to be a committed partner in the fight against ISIS. And he says he and the president see eye to eye on the need to unseat Syria's leader. Correspondent Wyatt Goolsbee is at the White House with details. Good evening, Wyatt.
Good evening, Lauren. Terrorism and immigration are among the highlights President Trump and the Italian Prime Minister are discussing. The two are getting a jump start on next month's Group of Seven, or G7, industrialized democracies gathering in Italy. They're also firming up a long-standing partnership as they take on a host of issues affecting the U.S., Europe, and the world.
A great welcome to the Prime Minister of Italy.
A warm greeting for a major European ally. President Trump welcomes Italian Prime Minister Paolo Gentiloni to the White House, holding private talks in the cabinet room. This morning, he spoke at the Center for Strategic and International Studies, a foreign policy think tank in Washington.
Upholding joint Italy-U.S. leadership is not only an opportunity, but a political must.
He laid out three main topics he and the president would address. First, in the ongoing fight against ISIS, Italy has been one of the U.S.'s closest allies, and he says that will continue. Italy has troops in both Iraq and Afghanistan, second only in number to the United States. Gentiloni is also concerned about the dramatic number of immigrants flowing out of the Middle East. Europe accepted more than 1 million asylum seekers in 2015 alone.
The horrific acts of violence we have witnessed over the years have been carried out very often by Islamist elements who were born, raised, and became radicalized in Europe.
He says 500,000 migrants have been saved from death at sea by the Italian Coast Guard and Navy over the last 3 years. And finally, on Syria, the Prime Minister echoes the Trump administration's call for leader Bashar al-Assad to go.
Assad cannot be the man of the future of the country, but there is not a military solution in Damascus. There is a political solution.
The Italian Prime Minister says some Syrian Christians are reluctant to oust the Assad regime because they're worried ISIS will gain more ground. The Prime Minister is also talking to President Trump about Russia's role in the Syrian conflict, which will be a key issue when the NATO allies meet again in May. Lauren?
Wyatt, the president and the prime minister went on to hold this press conference. Can you share with us any highlights of their remarks?
Lauren, yes, there was one question in particular that stood out. President Trump was asked if it would be possible for him to meet with Pope Francis while in Italy, and while nothing's set in stone, he did say he's very much looking forward to meeting the Pope. Lauren?
We shall see. Thank you, Wyatt. Wyatt Goolsbee at the White House.